so last time I did one of these, I bombed so bad. My girlfriend, she usually comes with me. She didn't want to come back. She was so embarrassed to be in the room with me that she stayed at home. And I was a little bit like, kind of disheartened by that until on the way here I realized that meant I could do material about her. So, you ever notice how when she says no, the answer's no, but when you say no, the answer is how come we never make these decisions together? And and I don't mind doing stuff, So last Saturday I went with her. We went to this psychic fair, and I don't believe in that stuff, but she believes in that stuff. It's her thing. And the 2 weeks beforehand, I pulled in extra shifts at work beyond just my Monday to Friday. I did weekends. I did a couple overnights of trying to make a little more money. And so that particular Saturday, I was really looking forward to sitting home and just scratching my nuts. And she's like, listen, I want to go to this psychic fair. I don't want to go alone. And I said, okay, I'll go with you. So we went, and we each went to different psychics. I chose the one that said she talked to angels because I figured I'd get my money's worth. And after we were done, we went around the corner to this hole in the wall so that we could have a few drinks and have some lunch. And we're sitting down, and she looks at me and she says, hey, listen, I want to tell you something my psychic told me, but I don't want you to make fun of me. I'm worried you're going to laugh, and I don't want you to make any jokes. And I said, all right, I'll be good. And she says, my psychic told me that you and I have been together for 6 lifetimes. And I was like, that's sweet. That's a romantic idea. I really like that. And, so I put back about 3 or 4 tequila shots and a beer at this hole in the wall. And so by the time we left, I was rolling. And I got home, and, I pulled a bottle of liquor out of the freezer because it was my day off, and I wanted to keep drinking. I was pouring myself shots. And a little while later, she's giving me this look, and she's like, you think you're drinking a little too heavily for 4:30 in the afternoon. And because, for some reason, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. So I look at her, and I get this big old shit-eating grin on my face, and I'm like, you'd think after 6 lifetimes, you would have learned that I like to fucking drink. And I spent that night on the couch, so I'll chalk it up to a wash. She really is, though. She's great. And she's my harshest critic. I do all my material for her before I consider going out and doing it in public. And I have kind of a really fucked up sense of humor, so she hears lots of shit, and I appreciate that she puts up with it. For example, after all this time, I still find it funny that Bill Cosby is a rapist. And I'm not condoning rape. I'm not saying that rape itself is funny, but in that particular instance, I can't separate the artist from the art. So when you tell me that Bill Cosby's a rapist, I get this idea of seeing him in my mind, sweater and all, and he's tucking his girls into bed, and then he sneaks down to his basement, and he's got this freezer, and it's padlocked shut, and it's full of, pudding pops with promethazine pills kind of frozen in the middle of them. And I see this poor woman, and she's crawling across the carpet, trying to get away from him. She's half in and out of reality, like that guy in Hostel when they cut his fucking tendon open. And I just see Bill Cosby looking at her, and he's walking around her, and he's kind of slow, and he starts undoing his belt buckle, and he goes, you see, this wicked is wicked. I'm coming for the booty, just in case anyone's curious, I'm the kind of person, I can take the punch, I can't throw it, like you mentioned. So I got married at 17, and because I got my high school girlfriend pregnant, and that was definitely a mistake. The marriage lasted about a year, and as difficult as it was, there was one important thing that I pulled away from it. By the end of that year, I had learned how to make my ex-wife have an orgasm, and it turns out the trick is I left her. Thank you.